난 곁을 다가올 내 파리로 와. 하나의 Look, 나름 겸손해. 야, 너무 감사해. 야, 미치가 주는 앞 필요 없어 꾸준히만 하면 돼. Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah. Ain't no debating it, ain't no complaining or faking it. I'm on one. Don't make me spin on all you. Through my music, is you stupid? Don't make them have to call to come use it. I got a lot of power and I love to abuse it. You lying through your teeth like your words a toothpick. Tupac rolling in his grave. Me and you ain't the same. I'm on a whole nother page. Like the came, I'm in a whole nother lane. I'm going off the brain. This think he fly, I'm off the plane. I look at his like, oh, what a shame. Make him, let him. Do you hear what I'm saying? Better stay out my way, better stay out my range. And I don't mean the truck, boy, they coming with the they playing with the noise. Eeny, meeny, meeny, miny, mo. I catch a hating by his toe, make him tic tac like he tap dancing at a show. Get him on the weekend, that's the X and the O. That be talking no dude. They running around, they only ducked up goose. They riding the wave, I'm about to cruise ship. They say they won't beef until you take them to roof, Chris. Can I get a prime cut bone in a little water? Cause I'm hoarse. These posh. More beef, more beef, more beef. Walk down in your streets, your streets, your streets. Catch you around northwest, southeast, northeast. On God, on my mama, on my daughter, on me. Get in my way, on my range, get the whole. They playing with the Hey, keep it running. Keep it going. Yeah.
Probably both. It all depends on the overall, honestly.
Which part of your game do you want to see most portrayed in NBA 2K?
Mostly just shooting and the hustle plays, rebounding, just cheering my teammates on in the game.
Just to see me be able to dunk on the game, just see my vertical on the game, you see how high I can jump on it.
If there's one badge that your player
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a... Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics as they play it. D.A., take it away.
Thanks very much. Now, guys, at the end of this season, there is a potential opt-out of the collective bargaining agreement. And after seeing star players hold out, some wonder if that will be exercised. Commissioner Silver says we have a common interest.
As is always the best case. David, thank you. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Up in the forward spot, it's Tatum and Horford. Smart in the backcourt with Brown to his side. And it's Williams at the 5 spot. And for the Warriors, the core of this team all out there. Curry and Thompson in the backcourt with Green at the 4. Looney out there with Andrew Wiggins. And we've got a game that's sure to be a crowd pleaser, Greg. 2 high-octane offenses going head-to-head.
And it's not just running guns. Each team has a very well-refined attack. And this kind of matchup comes down to which side can maintain their energy through all 4 quarters.
And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Celtics. Pass to Tatum for the 3. And it's Looney with the rebound. Green against Tatum. Outside Curry. Off target from outside. The Celtics have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Pass to Tatum. Jacks up a 3. A new 14 for Boston. Here's Brown. And Thompson sends it back.
Clay showing some signs that time of that prime-time defense he can bring.
On the wing, Wiggins over Tatum. And Wiggins with the basket on the assist by Curry.
Nice effort taking the early lead. Here we go.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
Tatum passes to Williams. Smart up top, guarded by Curry. Here's Horford. Here's Smart. And another shot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Stephen Curry.
As tough as they get, Smart, a bulldog out there, does a good job of drawing contact, oftentimes by initiating it.
And Marcus Smart, GA, the very definition of a guy you love on your team, but hate to play against.
Yeah, and teams that go deep need that sort of presence. Smart is more than just an agitator, though. Great player who anyone would want to play alongside.
This is what you think of first with Curry. His three-point shooting ability is just otherworldly.
Nice shot by Smart.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
Horford trying to free himself up. Knocks it loose.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
On its way from Curry for 2. Curry with another miss.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Horford in the post, defended by Looney. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Tatum against Curry. Pulls from the top of the key, and he connects with the jumper. Curry's got 5 now.
Look, you cannot leave Curry alone from anywhere. You got to pick him up at his house if you're a defender. He just rarely misses.
Curry against Smart. It's Brown on the wing. Shot clock at 5. And Looney sends it back.
Looney's starting to play a little bit angry right now. And that's helping this defense be more aggressive.
Goes up on the high post. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops it in for him. He's got 7.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
So the Celtics call timeout, their first.
And you know, one of the unsung heroes of the Warriors championship team, Kevon Looney.
Well, totally understands his role and a rotation guy who can start for you, but how much consistency did he provide in that 2022 season and championship run? This guy has battled some injuries, but he has always been reliable for the Warriors. Pretty good awareness there from Malcolm Brogdon, capable of spotting the open teammate on that side of the ball.
Curry, good.
Man, that's exactly what he's looking for. Draining the triple.
Celtics trail by 6. Gallinari outside. Now the pass to Hauser. And he banks in the layup. Warriors leading by 4. Curry looking it over. And another 3 for Golden State.
And this is a special player. It might be a special night for Curry.
And so White will bring it up for Boston. Gallinari kicks to White. Here's Hauser. Guarded by Poole. Outside Williams. Lets it go from deep. Unable to get that one. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Outside Curry. Another 3 for Golden State.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
The shot by Brogdon, no good. Pass to Poole. Launches it. Offensive rebound. Good if it goes. Oh, to beat the clock. God, what a play!
That is fun to watch. Lets it go at the very last second.
Oh, man, that's got to be frustrating for the defense, too. You just give up momentum like that at the end of the quarter.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. Back right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Warriors, you
Glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
So with Wiggins sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Kuminga. Stephen Curry's out there with Jordan Poole. And it's JaMychal Green, and it's Looney in at the 5.
And you got to respect how accomplished Brown is down low, destroying whoever is in his way.
And a great job to get that angle on a tremendous drive.
And when you're trailing like this, just focus on one possession at a time. Keep hitting singles.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. Now, Malcolm Brogdon said in pre-draft interviews, teams would ask him, you went to college for 4 years and got your master's in your 5th year. Are you sure you want to be an NBA player? It seems as if you're black, you can't be both educated and a sportsman. But it's not disheartening. It's a chance for me to break the mold. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. It's Curry outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Well, Brent, between major injuries and some high-profile roster turnover, it's been an up-and-down last couple years for the Warriors.
Yeah, mostly due, Kevin, to injuries. I mean, through it all, they've managed to continue to play with joy. They've given a lot of guys opportunities to just be out there, and then they drafted and rebuilt the team behind the big three to complement those guys as they found their health. So the run is still there for Golden State to do great things. Winning a championship last year has them back on the top of the mountain.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And Brent, as an NBA player, there's tremendous competition, but also shared respect, and some say a brotherhood. How... does that all balance out?
I think, Kevin, there's a clear line of delineation of what you're talking about once playoff time hits the NBA. I mean, during the regular season, you see a lot of guys spending some time with one another, but come playoff time, I'd be hard-pressed to find that kind of interaction because guys know what's on the line, they know what's at stake, and competition always reigns supreme.
Here. Rudy's checked in, and the Celtics also making a change. Pritchard's checked in. Here's Brown. Offensive rebound. Warriors leading by 21. Here's Curry with the three. Good from the moment it left his hand. That makes him 10 for 14.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Pritchard gets the bucket.
Unselfish play by Tatum, getting it to a shooter in rhythm instead of chasing his own shot.
Cool, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Smart misses. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Curry with it. 27 points for him. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this.
And the shot goes in.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
And Poole gets it to go.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Molinari, he's checked in for Smart. Here's Brown. The Warriors pull it in. Looney's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gallinari.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. The Celtics have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. To the middle. It's tipped. Poole with it. Picked up by Brown. Passes it to Poole. Three-pointer. And Tatum pulls it down. Celtics shooting the ball poorly. Just 28%. Brown dishes to Tatum. Kept alive by Boston. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Just another example of why Danilo Gallinari is so difficult to guard. Very skilled at getting himself to the stripe.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
Looking at who's out there now. Is checked in for Jonathan Kuminga. Green comes in for Moody. Wiggins is checked in for Looney. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Stephen Curry. In the corner, it's Brogdon. Floats one up. That one misses. The Warriors go the other way. For Malcolm Brogdon, he comes from a family, Greg, where education comes first.
Well, Malcolm obtained his degree plus a master's while in college. His dad and brother, lawyers. His mom involved in higher education. Brogdon may be the smartest guy in the NBA.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And talking about Dante DiVincenzo, a native of Delaware. That's a state that doesn't seem... many of their own go pro.
Well, he has been a winner at every stop, Greg. High school back-to-back state championships in Delaware. And then he won 2 titles in college. He won a ring with the Bucks. And so the resume has a long list of titles with him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Kevon Looney is checked in for Iguodala. Moody comes in for Draymond Green. And Curry subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Poole finds Curry. Fires from deep. Another 3 for Golden State.
Anything the opponent does, trust me, Steph can do it better. He's got to be the best shooter that we've ever seen in the game.
Pass to Gallinari. White down low. Curry meets him. And it's White missing. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. From deep, hits it from three-point range. Curry's got 33.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Inside. Here's White. That one's not going to go. Wiggins with some nice D. The basket Poole. Lets it go with the 3. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one.
And Poole has that unlimited kind of range. I wonder who influenced that.
Here's Brogdon.
Boston foul. Sam Hauser. First personal foul. Celtics up. Robert Williams.
6 seconds left to play here in the half. It's Curry outside. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Steve. Some great engagement defensively. What's happening that's good at that end of the floor?
I think they're just playing hard, rotating, playing for each other, and they've done a better job of avoiding fouls and just playing through.
Steve, thanks for your time. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He ended up with 36 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. He seems to have carried the momentum from his last game right into tonight. Taking a look at the Warriors. Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, they've been incredible from beyond the arc. They're scoring the 3 in bunches, taking them at a high rate. If the defense continues to allow open looks in the second half, I'll keep saying, fire, fire.
And over to Shaq now. Your take on the Celtics.
They're not shooting it well so far. Actually, they've been terrible. Fellas, I got an idea for them. Feed the post. Let the big man eat. Jeez.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Give it up for your Warriors.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Curry has been sensational.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Well, after their offense stalled in the finals, the Celtics getting some veteran help. Gallinari and Brogdon both bring shooting, and Brogdon's another playmaker on the floor.
On the floor for Boston, the post tandem, it's Horford and Williams. Out on the wings, it's Brown and Tatum. And it's Smart in at the point. Brown against Thompson. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Curry. From downtown. And again for 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Pass to Brown. Plenty of space. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Golden State's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. It's Curry outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
They get it back. Williams gets the bucket.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Curry outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Curry's got 48.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Lighter off the floor now. Smart got into better nutrition, got into better shape, and it's paying dividends. At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Here's Tatum. In the corner, Smart with it. Williams trying to break free. Kept alive. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Curry against Smart. From deep. And Stephen Curry another 3. Curry's got 54 points.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And they might be down big, but you love the mentality he has to go at defenders and just keep attacking.
And how aggressive has he been on the offensive end? Over half the team's points have been his.
And Jaylen Brown is such a force on the offensive end. Hard to keep that guy out of the paint. Terrific finisher at the rim.
Wiggins kicks to Curry. A three ball. Good, he hits again. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
And it's Smart with the ball for Boston. Wiggins against Tatum. Over Wiggins. And it's Looney with the rebound. Looney's, and maybe the only weakness for Brown is his handle on the ball.
And it's something that he's worked on every offseason. Still, though, susceptible to turnovers while dribbling. That's one of the very few weaknesses in his game.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. Brown inside. He's covered by Thompson. And it's Brown missing. They are enjoying a commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
The shot by Curry, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Smart's gotten 4 shots to go in 12 attempts. This one for 3, and there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Thompson.
Well, if you play that far off of Steph Curry, that pull-up game starts to become a weapon.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Tatum. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Curry against Smart. And another 3 for Golden State.
Well, the D has to pressure Curry at all times. You can't let him shake free for a jumper.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. Outside, Smart. And there's the call on Curry. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Different look here for the Warriors. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Kevon Looney. Payton comes in for Green. Poole's checked in for Thompson. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Stephen Curry. DiVincenzo passes to Poole. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Hauser. Boston. Boston's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Here's Brogdon. Wiggins with the block.
Well done, Andrew Wiggins. If he can sustain that kind of energy on the defensive end, boy, he's an asset out there.
Here's Poole. Shoots the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Poole's got 21 in the game. And so it's the Golden State Warriors enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. And with as many three-pointers as they bring, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And we'll be right back after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Curry and Poole are the guards. Wiggins is out there with Gary Payton II. And it's Thompson in at the center position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. The Warriors shooting a mind-boggling 79% off the floor. And got it for another basket.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. Here's Gallinari. Williams trying to break free. And it's Gallinari missing. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Fires from the wing. Gallinari with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Just thinking aloud about the best teams of my lifetime. That 2017 Warriors are way up there. That first year KD was with Golden State.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
Well, something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. And these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high-percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
And the title-winning 2017 Warriors, Brent Barry, what made them special?
Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. I mean, all these guys in their prime, Kevin, but to me it's what Steve created there stylistically. The fact that they played with so much freedom and so much enjoyment. You don't see that all that often. And so the Warriors reaching the crown with that kind of consistency and character, that's what made it special. I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Bangs on the trifecta.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Can they get it? No good on that one. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. There's the triple. Rebound, Boston. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Pritchard, guarded by Poole. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Gallinari on the wing. The floater. It's rebounded by Payton. Payton's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Outside Curry. Lets the three fly. Another three for Golden State.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Passes it to Pritchard. Launches a three. Thompson with the rebound. And it's Golden State's ball. They're on a 17-4 run. Puts up a three. Good! Another from three.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Pass to Pritchard. Down low. Here's Williams. Great tee that time from Curry. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Nailed from three-point land.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Out to White. Curry with the defensive effort. The Warriors shooting a mind-boggling 79% off the floor. Three-pointer, and another one falls.
He just notched 92 points on that one.
Simply surreal. G.A., I'm not sure even he can believe what's going on right now.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. But you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Stephen Curry.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Here's Pritchard, guarded by Curry. And they recover it.
Yeah, just nice hustle there. That work gets them the extra possession.
From past the arc, good on the three-point shot.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Here's Pritchard. Andrew Wiggins grabs the board. Outside Curry. Takes a three. Sinks the triple.
And so far tonight, he's been the game's leading scorer. Just got into a groove, and no one's found a way to get him out of it.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Stephen. Even for you, rare form tonight. How do you do that?
I mean, a lot of work. Guys blessed me with a lot of talents, and I just have a lot of confidence. My teammates have confidence in me, so for me to just continue to play hard, stretch my imagination, what I can do, and just let it flow.
There were no limits tonight, man. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.
We're starting this week with your top plays, and this is the last vote before you decide the best play of Season 6.
Will your play make the vote? We're about to find out. And this week, we got Lakers PA announcer Lawrence Tanner on the call. Take it away.
It's time for Top Plays. This is LT, Lawrence Tanner, public address announcer for your Los Angeles Lakers. In this special edition, we want to see who has the most flair as they fly through the air. Let's roll your Mobile One Top Drive. Get into your theater seats for tea time. Dribbles behind their back and through the opponent's legs to finish on the other side of the rim, putting on a show worthy of a big stage. Nice. Rec time next with tonight's entertainment. One good crossover sets up another, and then shows handles for days. Get them to the rim for Top Plays. Crosses over from the perimeter and uses finesse to switch hands at the rim. There wasn't much room. A fantastic way to finish. Closing today in Beast territory with Naeem Azent. ISO on the wing, stuns them with a spin dribble and crosses over to a clear path layup. What a winning combination. Choose your top play of the week. 4 great options. Season 6 has been rather exceptional, hasn't it? Huh. Tune in next week as we choose your top play of Season 6. See you then, 2K TV fans.
It is time for Team 2K TV My NBA Eras Playoff Edition. We'd like to start this segment by letting you know there was only one member of the team that did not make the playoffs, and that is LD2K. What do you have to say for yourself?
So Team 2K TV decided to do a My League in the Kobe era, the early 2000s. I unfortunately had a Kobe season-ending injury, so with a 4-24 record, we are sitting good. The #1 chance to get that #1 draft pick in 2004. So I have my popcorn ready to go. I'm excited to hear about what you all are doing in the postseason. Take it away, fellas.
All right, so for our first matchup, it was Blake and I once again in the first round, and I had a game plan for him. My plan was to get Tim Duncan in foul trouble, make LeBron James a shooter, and for myself to get to the free throw line. Now, in the first quarter, we were going back and forth, throwing jabs at each other, but unfortunately, Blake was hitting threes with rookie LeBron James. I mean, when was that ever happening? So I had to change my game plan just a little bit. But because I had to start guarding LeBron James, he was too strong for Latrell Sprewell, and Blake was dominating inside the paint. Now, I did get Tim Duncan in foul trouble, and he was out the game, but LeBron was just too much. So the game was close in the first half, but then the second half, Blake just took over. Right, Blake?
Yeah, the game plan worked. You threw me off guard. I was definitely trying to post up Tim Duncan more, but you were beating me off the dribble a lot. Duncan was coming over with help defense and picking up a lot of fouls. I think what helped me is the fact that on the other side, Garnett got in foul trouble. So both of our star players were pretty much, you know, we had to be cautious with them, and we had to go other places. Rodney went to Allen Houston, who had a pretty good game. I feel like Bibby didn't have the game he should have had. I was worried about him because point guard is kind of my weak spot on the roster. What I did actually is move Deshaun Stevenson to point guard just for the defensive presence. So I think that helped against Bibby ultimately.
All right, that's our matchup.
Brian, I heard your first round versus the Spurs was epic. Tell me about it.
The first round for me was against the San Antonio Spurs, and I'm calling this the greatest NBA playoff game in league history. Quadruple overtime, Tracy McGrady goes off for 50 points, and I really needed every single one of them. I didn't expect the 7th-seeded Spurs to give a matchup, but they did, and ultimately we prevailed.
Danny, was your first round as epic as Brian's?
Nothing beats 4 overtimes, and in fact, I might have had a little bit too much confidence rolling in because I cut through all the teams I played like shredded wheat during the regular season to get the top seed against the Jazz, and I blew through them fairly easily. I found myself down early, worked my way back with hot shooting from the wings, spread the floor, and I was sitting very confident waiting for the Warriors in the second round.
Blake, you beat Rodney in the first round, and then you're going on to face the #1 seeded Detroit Pistons in the second round. What's the lowdown on that?
Yeah, it was a tough matchup. They were actually beating me at halftime. Very deep team, but my strategy was use Tim Duncan because Jamal Mashburn just couldn't handle his size and ultimately got in foul trouble. So then they had to put Battier on Tim Duncan. It was a wrap after that.
So Blake moves on, and then we've got the matchup between Brian and Danny. Only one can come out of the second round. Tell us what happened.
This was a great game on a lot of different fronts. I mean, Shaquille O'Neal absolutely ate with 26 and 10. But down the stretch, it was rookie Darko Milicic playing out of his mind and held Shaq to some key misses, 3 blocks in the game. Tracy McGrady, of course, was big with 26 points. And if you all remember, back in episode 30, the great Danny Hogger said,
I'm going to guarantee a championship for the Kings this year. Kings this year.
So we had bulletin board material for days, and we were not going to let that happen.
Danny, tell us what happened.
Well, I mean, I want to give credit to my opponent because Brian did something spectacular. He'd come off a 50-point Tracy McGrady performance. I set all my game plans to cover and pressure McGrady, and he did score a lot with Tracy, but he also had 7 assists. So as soon as I would bring the double, he found good passes. He played the game smart. He really did. And that wouldn't have been a huge problem, except for I shot terribly from the 3-point line with Antoine Walker, who had been huge all season, going 2 for 10. Dwayne Wade had 0 points, who I had traded a lot of my bench for to earn that draft pick, and I did not have enough firepower to continue. So props to both my buddies here. I wish you a great game and a great luck in this contest ahead.
2 down, 2 to go in the conference finals. Let's go to Blake first. Blake, you seem to have all the strategy you did last year, and you're doing it this year. What happened to you?
So I faced off against the 76ers. They were the 3rd seed. And once again, I mean, it worked for me all playoffs. So the strategy was go to Tim Duncan. They didn't have an answer for him. He ended game 2 with 22 and 11, 2 blocks, just a monster. Stephon Marbury did give me trouble, but I took this series in 2 games.
Now, our other Team 2K TV, who was also in the playoffs in the conference finals, Brian.
So the conference finals was Warriors versus Clippers, and this matchup kind of came full circle for me because if you remember, I got the 3rd pick in the 03 draft from the Clippers. So Kenyon Martin, who used to be on the Warriors, is now going against us. I got Carmelo Anthony, the Rookie of the Year, and we made easy work of the Clippers. In game 1, I even rested my starters the entire 4th quarter because I knew I could get it done and I wanted to save their energy. Game 2, much of the same. Worked through Tracy McGrady, and next thing I knew, I won the series 2 games.
Ooh. So we are at the finals now. We've got Eastern Conference Team Blake with the Miami Heat and Western Conference Team Brian with the Golden State Warriors. It's 1-1 right now, and it's a best-of-3 series, so the winner of the next game takes it all. We'll be playing this game in next week's episode. Be sure to check back for that.
Good luck, fellas. When I say fellas, good luck, Brian.
Thank you.
We asked you to share your My Team lineups, and there are some fierce rosters out there, that's for sure, and I wouldn't want to go up against any of them.
Yeah, we love seeing what you sent us, so we decided to invite the My Team Professor back on 2K TV to review your lineups and give you some tips on how you can improve your squad. All of you have been submitting your My Team lineups to us here on 2K TV, and today we're joined by the My Team Professor, aka Jimmy, to grade some of these great My Team lineups that the fans submitted. Jimmy, how you doing?
Doing great, Chris. Thanks so much for having me on. I look forward to seeing these lineups, and there's a couple special ones in here. I think you're going to like them, so I'm definitely looking forward to it, and let's take a look.
This is brought to us by NWO for Life. Talk about this all-Laker squad, Jimmy.
Got to start off with Mr. Bonga, the Pink Diamond, Laker legend, my team legend for sure at the point guard. And even on the bench with cards like Elgin Baylor, and I do enjoy using that Austin Reeves card. Luke Walton is good with out of position. We've got Anthony Davis from the trophy case, Galaxy Opal. And in order to get him, you had to get James Worthy, Pink Diamond. So it's definitely a lot of fun to see these different Laker cards, and I enjoy building different theme teams myself. So I'll give this one an A. And Chris, I think you would agree.
Absolutely. Our next submission is brought to us by Stoey, and I have a feeling this is a temporarily great lineup. Break this one down.
So this is all free agents, and it's very important to note that with free agents cards, you only get them for 5 games apiece. They can be earned in various ways throughout my team, through logging in and draft. So Chris, I know this user, this submission, and I could definitely tell that this person was definitely trying to have some fun with the free agents. So I'm going to give this one a C for creativity. It definitely made me crack a smile, that's for sure.
And of course, with all these diverse lineups, some stood out to you and us. And the next submission by Slumped Goat was a pretty decent lineup. Talk about it.
Chris, there's a lot of great cards here across the board, starters and the bench. You look at T-Mac, he's one of the best cards. Bol Bol is one of the best cards. Earning Hakeem is definitely big for level 40. You got Tim Thomas, who's become a My Team legend this year. So this stood out to me as the best lineup that was submitted. So I'd go ahead and give this one an A+. I'm feeling generous today with my grading.
You want to build the best team, but sometimes you need a little bit of improvements across the board. So talk about this next submission by JuiceMan513.
This one needs a little bit of reshuffling, but I can see the vision. Glenn Rice should go into the shooting guard spot. Detlef Schrempf should go in the small forward spot. And I would recommend a card like Kevin Porter Jr. to hold down the point guard spot. And you can go ahead and get somebody like Shane Battier as well to round out the bench. He's got Hakeem, so you got to respect that. Graded at a 9.75. I'm going to give this one a B, B-, but I could see the vision on this one for sure.
And it kind of seems to me, Jimmy, that a lot of these cards that these fans are submitting have come from the last few seasons of my team. So as we embark into season 7 soon, what stands out about all the submissions so far to you?
I definitely saw a lot of out-of-position cards from those packs. Antoine Jameson is a card that I saw a lot that I really like. Obviously, I mentioned Hakeem, but we're going to go ahead and I'm going to run through a few quick submissions.
Well, for Michael Jordan, his legendary stature begins here at the University of North Carolina. Interestingly enough, when Michael came into college, he wasn't thought of as going to be the savior to North Carolina. North Carolina was already #1 team in the nation. So all of a sudden he comes into this talented team where he could develop and learn his skills and learn his craft. And I think that was the best thing for him. The game between North Carolina and Georgetown. This game is so important because you have 3 top 75 players playing in this game. Patrick Ewing was probably the premier player in college basketball, along with James Worthy. And now you're adding Michael Jordan to the mix. Michael became a focal point inside of the game that I don't know if Georgetown was aware of or was ready for. I think Michael Jordan hitting that game-winning shot propelled him into a great stratosphere of confidence. This is where he honed his skills to become the greatest basketball player that we've ever seen.
Well, New Orleans is buzzing tonight with the national championship in the Superdome.
Fans, welcome to the College Championship Game. Today's matchup, the Georgetown Hoyas and the North Carolina Tar Heels. For Georgetown, at power forward, standing 6'8", number 12, Harold McCray. For North Carolina, standing at point guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 32, Adam Barnett. For Georgetown, at shooting guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 14, Roy Duncan. For North Carolina, starting at the small forward, 6 feet 7 inches, number 51, Greg Bacon. For Georgetown, at the other forward position, at 6'6" number 31.
Welcome, everyone, to the Dome here in New Orleans. It's the 1982 National Championship game. The Georgetown Hoyas facing off with the North Carolina Tar Heels. With Clark Kellogg, Coach Mike Fratello, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Mike, both of these teams featuring incredible freshmen.
For North Carolina, guard Michael Jordan has been fantastic. Averaging about 13 points per game, shooting well over 50% from the field. Jordan is a big game player.
And for the Hoyas, Clark, the 7-foot freshman, Pat Ewing, leads the way.
And you know what, Kevin, defensively, I don't know if I've seen anybody better than Ewing. Controls the paint, protects the rim, and you can be assured that Pat Ewing is going to make it tough for Carolina to score the ball inside.
And even as a freshman, he will have an impact on this game.
Yeah, I agree.
In the Hoyas backcourt, Sleepy Floyd and Roy Duncan, with John Nash and Harold McCray at the forward. And star Pat Ewing.
Just what you want. So don't leave me drowning. Don't let me down. Don't hold it back like that. Just pull me closer, baby. Oh no. Let's make the most of this before it's over. Time, don't wanna waste a feel like we can make it real. Don't wanna wait when you
pocket, man. Diamonds, they dripping like Aquaman. My life is sweet like a chocolate. I do not with them operatives. Think I might start a monopoly, ooh. Think I might buy me an Ivy League school. Mom couldn't buy me the popular shoes. Now I can get her a proper masseuse. I'm on a whole nother league, money on level for G. Super Saiyan. You are not who they believe, faking like you are Medea. I'm just saying, I'm a couple of beans trying to make peace in Korea. Got me up like a lease, freaky like. Roll the dice, might get out of hand. Rocket Man drop 100 grand. Rocket Man got your man. Rocket Man fly to Japan. Rocket Man, he don't ever land. Rocket Man, Rocket Man, Rocket Man, Rocket Man, Rocket Man, Rocket Man, Rocket Man never out of gas. Rocket Man another bag. Rocket Man too bad. Rocket Man whip too fast. Rocket Man, Rocket Man, Rocket Man, Rocket Man, Rocket Man, Rocket Man, Rocket Man. Vroom, I might just valet park my Rari on the moon. I might just throw a party in my room. She call me daddy issues Kim Jong. Oh, I'm with my crew, yeah. Stretch your mouth, cloud up the echelon, up the clouds, yeah. Wide rolling down, don't put her on a pedestal. I put her on a better views, put her in some better shoes. Now she's making better moves. VVS is on a ring bezel. You're way under the sea level, going up till I hit falsetto. They say my flow is on God level, God level, God level. I am not with y'all devils. You cannot bring me to y'all level. I got it covered on all levels. Rocket Man drop 100 grand. Rocket Man got your man. Rocket Man fly to Japan. Rocket Man, he don't ever land. Rocket Man, 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 Rocket Man never out of gas. Rocket Man another bag. Rocket Man too bad. Rocket Man way too fast. Rocket Man, Rocket Man, Rocket Man, Rocket Man, Rocket Man, Rocket Man, Rocket Man.
Let me see you bounce right and let me let you show. Just let you show. Hey, get it right. Two-step and let you show. Hey, let you show. Let you show. Let me see you bounce right and let me let you show. Hey, let you show. Hey, let you show. Hey, get it right. Two-step and let you show. Let you show. Hey, let you show. Roll on clean and neat. Now I'm finna show the lean in it. This grand hustle team of kings is getting rich. I lean and get lit. Lima bean 6, I take breath. Nah, it ain't tilt. With Lucky Charms down the man, but nah, it ain't flip. Hey, bounce. Okay, then I let my shoulder lean. And I bet my car talk. And I bet my motor clean. Suicide dome, brown rover look like Pokemon. Everybody know me in the club, call it trope. Go for me. Ice trunk for Boca Raton. 100 carat hammer froze for an eon. Red, black, and white Chevy, now I'm riding Dion. Put them lights up in my rim, now I'm riding neon. Our cars look like Creon. No on the man though, I can shoulder lean. I don't know how to dance though. Bounce right and left and let you show. Hey, let you show. Yeah, just let you show. Hey, get it right. Two-step and let you show. Hey, let you show. Hey, just let you show. Hey, let me see you bounce right and left and let you show. Hey, let you show. Hey, let you show. Hey, get it right. Two-step and let you show. Yeah, just let you show. Hey, let you show. First I let my wheel spin, then I let my screen fall, then I let my trunk be the green boy motor. Then I take that the burl in my. After that, my girl Chevy blue like a whirlwind. Man, just a cloud on that boy, so I got that girl in. Pearl in. Propaganda, man, they think I'm in Lennon and Solomon the same. ride phantom, Holly shouted for grandma. Yep, now I be on TV, BET our channel. Player from Bankhead, I stay by Grandma Nana. I lay by my. Don't nobody live with my mom, but a bunch of don't nut, don't get. Shouted right. Green Chevy, Gator gut, alligator train. Let me see you bounce right to left and let you show. Hey, hey, let you show. Yeah, just let you show. Hey, hey, get it right. Step and let you show. Hey, hey, let you show. Hey, just let you show. Hey, let me see you bounce right to left and let you show. Hey, hey, let you show. Hey, hey, let you show. Hey, hey, get it right. Step and let you show. Yeah, just let you show. Hey, hey, let you show.